Hi, it's Dave with Dave's TR4A. Well, I've made quite a bit of progress on my overdrive control. So here's basically the final circuit, breadboarded it up. This is basically just a way to plug everything together to make sure it works before you commit to making a printed circuit board. So I'm down to one integrated circuit now, and of course the relay. This is a 5 amp relay. It'll have enough to operate the solenoid on a J-type, I believe. I have to check that, don't quote me, but I know for sure it'll drive the relay on the A-type overdrive. And then it also has another set of contacts. It's basically what they call a Form 2C type relay. What that means is it's got two separate sets of contacts with one with a normally open and a normally closed contact. So it's basically like two switches in one package. So one side is going to control the overdrive, and then the other side is just driving LEDs. So this is the one that's going to be on the circuit board. I might have to tone this down. You'll see it's pretty darn bright. Anyway, it also will have the outputs to drive an external LED. So anyway, let's talk about the operation. So basically I have two switches here to simulate how it's going to be installed in the car. Think of this one as the interrupt switches, okay? This one's going to be the push button that actually operates the overdrive. And this can be, like I said, it can be in the gear shift, like it's a momentary push button. Or if you want, you could just use the standard overdrive switch, but instead of holding it down, you just flip it down and flip it up just to give it a pulse, okay? So here's how it works. The interrupt switch will lock it out in first and reverse. If I was sitting in the car and put it in first and I push the overdrive button, nothing's going to happen, okay? Now, say I go from first to second, well now the interlocks close, okay? So now if I push this button, you can see the LED turns on. And now we're in second overdrive. Okay, so now I want to go into third. So when I go into third, it goes through neutral, and the interrupt switches break the circuit. Okay, and then so now I'm in third, and then the interlocks close. So now I can push the button again, and my overdrive works. And so then I go into fourth. Well, when I go through neutral, the interlocks break the circuit, and then they re-energize when it goes into fourth gear. So now I can hit the button and make the overdrive work again. Okay. And the other thing too is that it's a push-on, push-off, what they call a push-on, push-off circuit. You can turn it on and off while it's in overdrive. So like if you're going up a hill and you want to, the engine starts to lug and you want to jump out of overdrive, you just flick the lever and you're back into whatever the top whatever gear you're in, like third or under, I guess you could call it. So anyway, that's it. I'm going to go ahead and start getting a few circuit boards made. We'll see how that goes up. I'll include a picture of a rendering, a 3D model of the circuit board the way it is right now. Still at the same size. It's 1.8 by 3.1, I think. So I'm going to come up with some kind of a package here now to put it in. So anyway, that's the circuit, and it looks like it's working. So the next step is get some circuit boards made. So here's the final, at least what I think is the final circuit board layout for the control. As I said, the board is going to be 1.8 inches wide, or tall, by about 3.1 inches wide. And that may change slightly depending on what kind of enclosure I can come up with. There's a lot of places like Pack Tech and other places that make plastic enclosures that you can put electronics in, and they give you like a sample boards or example board size to make the board. So there might be some, massaging here and there, but because I don't want to just put the circuit board in my car, and I'd like to have it a little protected from getting bounced around or something poured on it or whatever. So, but yeah, it looks like it's working pretty well. I can't wait to try it out. I wish I could have it going before I go to the trials, but I think I'll probably have circuit boards by then, but I don't think I might build up one just to bring with me. But I'm not going to put it in the car and then drive 1,200 miles. And you never know. I'm pretty good at printed circuit design, but I don't know if I'm that good. So anyway, stay tuned for future developments. That's it for now. Please like and subscribe.